beautiful sunny afternoon, and even so, not everybody here is as old as us, Jeremy, so that's a really good thing. So thank you all for coming. It's not just up to us oldies anymore. Excellent news, because we're all getting a bit tired. I am anyway. I'm just going to reflect a little bit on the 2 sessions I was involved in, housing and the Grenfell Justice update, if you like. If it's not an update really, but we had some really interesting comments from the floor. One of them was that we need to consolidate and inform people. So I'm setting up an archive, as I said, with all the factual Grenfell information, which I hope I'll be doing with our one of our London universities, and I'm working on that, and I'll put the word out as soon as that is done, because we need good information and not some of the nonsense that's been written about. There's only occasionally The Guardian, Inside Housing, who've been doing really good work in the press on this. We certainly need to work together better. We need to work better within the party on Grenfell issues. So, we need to keep it in the public eye, but we must at the same time have specific demands and targets within that, because we protest, we keep it in the public eye, and that's absolutely as it should be, but we need to really focus on bringing things forward now. Some of that in the end is going to be down to me, I guess, but we need all the backup we can get. Somebody suggested, I think it was a really good idea to have different groups in different areas where they have Grenfell related issues, and this is everything. This is just down to rotten housing. This is down to generation of really poor funding and for housing, and complete disdain for social tenants being treated like second-class citizens, which I've heard 100 times since the fire. They're still treating me like a second-class citizen. Why do I have to beg for my basic human rights? And we do, just to say this, we have people living in rat-infested hostels, going to food banks, who lost their homes in Grenfell. That is still happening. There's not a lot of them, but one is far too many, and shame on them. People getting their help. I've been at some meetings with some of the bereaved and survivors, and the faces may have changed, but the attitude is the same. And I've got friends, even Tory friends, who are also shocked. And all the different areas of Kensington, they were saying, even in the so-called posh bits, that all mixed, by the way. How are your people in Grenfell, Emma? Why is the council still failing them? So I will put a lot of the blame, not all of it, at the feet of the council. They have to step up, or they will be taken over by commissioners, which I've been demanding for some months, and I wrote to the Secretary of State last week. I'm serious about this. So I do think maybe it would be a good idea if all these other Grenfell communities, somebody called that, there are other Grenfell communities out there, and we could actually get together somehow, start on social media. You could have a Grenfell Croydon Twitter feed, and Grenfell Bermondsey and Grenfell Liverpool, anywhere where the same issues are facing you with rotten social housing, including cladding, fire risk and all the rest of it. Why don't we do that to start with? Let's do an informal Twitter group to put our common concerns together. Somebody also suggested a conference, which I've been thinking about for a long time, but we don't have the capacity to do that. And the very nice man from Unite has stepped up and said he's going to help us organise it. So thank you, Unite. We will definitely make that happen. So we also need to work better together in Parliament. There's some brilliant work going on in different groups, and we need to work that together. And we will be doing that. And another suggestion, which had also been in the back of my mind, is have some kind of Grenfell bill. All the issues that were revealed so in such a hideous way 2 years ago, we need to tackle all of them, and we need to bring all of these forward. So please be ready to support us, support each other. Let's try to link up informally, first of all, on social media. All the different communities who are dealing with it, MPs can do that, communities can do it. Follow me on Twitter if you wish. I'm quite active on that. And Justice for Grenfell, my good friend Yvette, who was here today, Grenfell Trust, who are doing some really good work. So solidarity with Grenfell and solidarity with all our Grenfell communities. Let's keep people safe in their beds. Thank you.